Hello, hi guys. We're sorry. We're back. We're back.
We
Okay, twin.
back.
I'm just working on some things in the back
All
right
right, I'm
now.
finna.
Drop
Oh
the link for
shit!
OG Bookie.
I bet y'all. Here go the link. Oh shoot! Not the emoji thing.
And I hope everybody can comment this time. Hopefully, everybody can comment. Okay, hopefully, everybody can comment this time.
Look at everybody. So I thought I got blocked. No ma'am. No ma'am.
No, Bookie, but we're not blocking y'all over here. Hopefully,
Hey,
everybody
Kimberly.
let me know. Hopefully, everybody can comment. Hopefully, everybody can see. And I didn't put no restrictions to where no one wouldn't be able to where nobody wouldn't be able to comment, guys. So hopefully, you guys can see and you guys can comment without an issue. Let me know if you can comment. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you for being so patient. Okay, that's Connie, y'all. Blame Connie. Connie in the back touching shit. Connie in the back touching shit. Okay. Hopefully everybody can comment, guys. I just wanted to be make sure that you guys all were hi Jack. I wanted to make sure that everybody was included, guys. Okay, good. Letter should be able to comment because Andrea says she's able to comment now. So perfect. Okay, guys, we're back. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for becoming a member. Let me see. Soaring Energy. I know you became a member the last live. Thank you. Latanya Gillian. Thank you for becoming a member. Cool bitch. Hey, cool bitch. It's been a minute. Thank you for becoming a new member. Hey Jackie. Thank you for becoming a new member. We appreciate you guys. And I'm so sorry once again for the little mishap. Look, Dania said I was like private. I thought I was in a group. You thought you got left over bad and bougie? You ain't get left over bad and bougie, Bookie, but yes, guys. I'm once again, this is an open panel, guys. I'm trying to handle it as diplomatic as I can because this is I'm disturbed. And the more that I thought I wanted to know, I'm like, damn, I don't even know if I really want to know all of this shit now.
Mm.
I don't know if I really want to know all of this shit now because it's really freaking disturbing. The whole shit is disturbing and it make you look at people like they got eight heads.
Mm.
And it makes me concerned to know that so many people are living like this. This is not the only household that's living like this. So many people are living like this.
Very
hmm
true. That
Mm.
very. Mm. That's just crazy. Think about that.
Yes.
So what I want to understand or know, do the people think that do we know if Ivan was intimate with underage girls? One. Do we know that um so me and Twin was talking. Can I talk about that part of it, Twin? So me and Twin was talking. And I was basically saying, did he get aroused because of the video, or was he getting aroused because May was arousing him? Because from what he said, he had to take the phone out of her hand because she was still watching the video. He wasn't initially watching the video. He woke up to this. So, and Twin felt like, well, why would he get hard anyway? I was looking at it like we still talking about a tender dick person in general. But
Not
I
tender
get it.
dick. You know
Y'all
what?
say it's just a grown man, and he did. He had a choice to make, and I think that's the more of the conversation that I want to have with him is, was it nothing in you that felt uncomfortable, or did you just bypass it and just continue to, have sex with her? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. I think different. I think from a trauma standpoint, a person that's not really gathering all the proper things to do in the moment of it happening. Now, maybe if it happened again, I wouldn't react to it that way. I would stand my ground and not do this. But when it's happening in the moment, are you quick to say, no, I'm not doing this, or no, you creepy as hell, you weird as fuck? Was it the
I
first
think that
time it happened?
I think the one time I think one time makes it creepy. Like that's I like I'm making no excuses. That's like once again, like I said, that's just like if a woman makes excuses for a man that fucked on her that she bringing her home to fuck on her kids, and she makes excuses like, oh well, she walking around in little shorts, her booty is big, or
Yeah,
such
no,
and such.
I would never
No,
give that. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, I'm not never saying that because that's not how it was presented. This is her. This mass manipulator is doing something else to kind of like wing him in, like pull him in on her creepy shit that she be having going on.
So
So yeah, go ahead.
I just
I don't
want to
know.
say, I think that, okay, so maybe, okay, okay, maybe I don't understand the even it happening the first time. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But let's say it was a more of a natural response, right, than an actual turned on response. It was a response to
Hmm.
what was being done, the act. Okay,
Exactly.
how
Right.
did you turn around and fuck her again?
Right. That's the part I want to understand. That's the part of it that I want. And I get what y'all saying. He should have just completely like, bitch, is you crazy? Like, bitch, is you cool? I do get that part of it. Uh, I
I
don't know,
better
cause
not. I better not wake up to BSB watching corn in the bed. What the hell you doing? So I couldn't imagine it being their child that they was watching. Like I just can't
hmm.
get it. I mean, how do you even? I don't. I don't even care to understand why. Cause that shit's just weird and fucked up. There's no other way around it
I get that.
for me. Because I have been through that type of trauma. So I don't understand it.
Hmm.
So,
I
but
get that.
so for me, that's how I feel about what I think about that part of it.
And that's what I said because once again, as someone who went through it, and someone who went through it voluntarily, and then at a point in my life when I started messing with my son's father, I was a 15-year-old girl. I was a willing participant at that time, right? Because I now was messing with a person who was a grown up, and I wanted it. But even at that age, I didn't realize that it was still a violation because this was a grown man. Now as an adult, I can see that it doesn't matter how much I wanted it. It don't matter how much I participated as the adult in the situation. I can see that I was still taken advantage of then, right?
Yes.
But I still own the fact that I was a willing participant. But once again, as an adult in the situation, I was somebody's I hear
Somebody got
a
something on.
feedback. Yeah, I hear feedback. Okay, now I don't hear it no more. Thank you guys to whoever did that. I can tell, I can see now where I was still violated in the situation and it was still inappropriate, right? As a grown up and as a woman, I can see that. No child can entice an adult. No child, I don't
Hmm.
give a fuck what they do. They can be butt ass naked in front of you on their knees, ready to do whatever. No child can entice an adult who doesn't want it,
That's right.
who does not want it. And I say that as I had a very upstanding stepdad. No matter what drugs and things were did, my stepdad never violated us. My stepdad never did anything like that. Like he was unaware of things going on with our bodies because he felt like that wasn't our place. We didn't have conversations like, "Oh, look at this bump on my ass,"
Mm.
um or me dancing inappropriately in front of my stepdad. Like none of he would have cussed me the fuck out. We didn't sit on laps. We didn't do any of that. He didn't play like being close to the bathroom or coming in the bathroom when I was in the shower. If he had to piss and I was in the shower, he would wait until I got the hell out. It wouldn't be like, oh, pull the curtain to and let me come pee. Like it's none of that shit. So it's the things that were allowed to happen and the things that have happened. I feel like the kids in the situation, which was Tati, we don't know what happened. We don't know if anything or whatever with Jaden because he was, the male in the household or whatever, or if he was just cared for a little bit more than Tati was. So he wasn't objectified sexually. Like
Mm.
so I'm c- I'm honestly confused, y'all, and I'm honestly speechless when it comes to the situation. And I really want to hear other people's opinions on this because once again, like I said, I've always been really partial to Ivan, and when I heard that last night, it was really disturbing to me. It was really fucking disturbing. Like I said, I don't know if he was aroused because before he knew it was who it was, he just saw her playing with herself, and you may have heard the audio of two women moaning or whatever. I don't know if he was aroused before he knew this, and once he found it was her, he snatched the phone and turned it off. I don't know these things.
Right.
So I feel
Can
like
I say
more
something,
needs to
Leaky?
be. Yes, hold on one second, baby. I feel like more needs to be said. Like more questions need to be asked. And I know Tibby wanted to have him back on the panel tonight. And hopefully that does happen so that uh we can get more in depth of the details. Who someone's typing? Okay. Hi, who are up here? Who's up here? I know Jax is up here, Casper is up here, and who else?
I'm up
Sorry, that's
here.
me. That's me typing.
It's okay, Boogie Butt.
No, I just wanted to say really, really quick, and then I'm gonna get down because I'm in the middle of working too.
I
First
keep
of all,
touching shit.
love you guys. You guys are amazing. Um, and I just want to also tell April,
I
thank you
also
so
tell
much
April, thank you
for
so much
showing
for,
for sharing your story.
for sharing your story.
I think a lot of us have been
I
through
think
what
a lot of us have
you've been through. So to
been
hear,
through, so to hear,
We can't hear you. It's
we
kind of an
couldn't hear you. It's
echo.
kind of an echo.
Everybody else mute for a second. Go ahead, baby.
can you hear me better now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just saying thank you guys because I love you guys. I'm so happy I'm catching your lives now recently because usually I catch the replays, but I'm excited I'm finally catching the lives. But and so also I wanted to say thank you to April for sharing her story because she truly is a very strong woman, and a lot of us have gone to through similar situations as hers, maybe not as much as hers, but a lot of us have gone through SA by family members or whatever, and we come out of it and we're not up here thinking about like touching on some young kids or whatever, and we just come out for the better of it, right? But it's not to say like speaking down on anybody else. So I'm just saying like not everybody goes that road of oh, because I was essayed, now I'm gonna essay everybody that comes through my life. um I think it's really sad, the whole situation. I think you know Tati has have been shortchanged by having a crappy ass mom that she has. Um, I think the fact that Ivan at a young age unfortunately was, around a predator and he was taken advantage of. I'm not saying that what he did as an adult is okay, but I do feel like a lot of times things like that do form and shape you, and some of us can come out on the other side of it and others do not. So, I'd like to hear more on him and see, like, what where he decided, like, yeah, now this is wrong, or if he even really came to that conclusion until he had his daughter. Because a lot of times it's not until you have children where you really see, like, hey, yeah, this shit is fucked up. So, but that's what I really wanted to say. I'm just the whole situation is really sad, but anyways, you ladies all have a beautiful day, and I'll be sitting in the chat.
Thank you so much for coming up, Boo. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You other ladies on the panel today, what's your the new ladies? What are you guys' opinions on the situation?
I I think that it's easy like to be on the outside looking in. I it's easy to be on the
You
outside
sound
looking
really
in
broken up.
and
You sound
judge.
really broken up. Do you have
Can you hear me
headphones
now?
in? Do you, I don't know if you
No,
have
can you hear me
headphones
now?
in, but we can hear you, but it's like really, really broken up. So I see you drop down. Try to come back up. Go ahead. Hey, Jax. Hey, Jax. What's your opinion, honey? Hello. Okay, maybe she'll speak in a minute. Oh,
I agree with everything the young lady just said though. Because again, everybody go about this learning about the things that happen to them on their own, like whether it was good or it was bad or it was wrong. It don't come off mentally like that until it's constantly happening and you realizing why it's happening to you, or not realizing why it's happening to you, because you never understand that part. But um it's just very freaking unfortunate that people just don't know how not to be weirdos. Like, that's just the saddest shit ever. Like,
Mm.
uh, kids should sexually just be off fucking limits. Like, why is that a hard thing to fathom?
Right. Exactly.
Exactly. I'm sorry, go ahead. Who up here?
Mm.
Is that Jax? Oh,
I
hello,
can't see.
hello. I can't see.
Hello.
Hello? Yeah, who's speaking? Who's talking?
My
Oh,
name
Tony.
is Tony.
My name is Tony. Hey, Tony.
Y- hey,
Yeah,
you'll have to
hey,
excuse me.
you'll
I
have
had
to excuse me. I had Oh,
sinus
you okay,
surgery
love?
last
Sinus
week.
surgery last week. You
Um,
okay? Um,
I just want to say
I
that
just want to
when
say
you
that
grow up,
when you grow up,
I don't know why it's
I don't
echoing
know
in
why
my
it's
ear,
echoing in my ear.
but when you grow up in a SA environment and you're little and you don't know any different, you really you don't know what to do. You go home every day and you're in the SA environment, violent environment, every type of abuse there is. You don't know any different. And then when you're 9 years old and you grow and you're in school and you run away from school and you break into three houses and you destroy three houses and then you have to go to therapy. And the therapist tells your mom that Tony's not the problem. The dad is the problem. The mom stays in it because she's terrified and she don't know what to do. And I'm sorry to cuss, but you don't pay that shit forward to your other children. You protect them because you went through that shit. You don't let your kids go through that shit. And it's terrible. When my kids were growing up, I didn't allow them to even stay the night with anybody. They wasn't allowed to stay at anybody's house. And even now, if my kids called me at 30 years old and told me, Mama, come get me, such and such is beating on me, help me, I'd go to prison. You don't put your fucking hands on my kids. You don't put your hands on me because I've been to jail too for assault. But I don't agree with this shit, and I think she's paying it forward. And I just see the sadness in her daughter's eyes, and I feel bad for her kids. And I used to have respect for her, watching her do makeup and hair and stuff, but I don't have any respect for her. I don't have any respect for people that touch their kids. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, but that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you for coming up, and I
Thank you
can
for
hear the
coming.
hurt in your. I can hear the hurt in your
I can hear the
voice.
hurt in your voice.
Whoever is not, I'm gonna mute
Whoever is
everybody
not,
for
I'm
one
gonna mute
second
everybody for
because
one
it
second.
is just like the echo is crazy. So just mute yourselves, guys. I just want to tell you, I hear the hurt in your voice, and once again, I'm sorry to anybody who this is the trigger for, but being that this is publicly, and we always talk about you know we make light of the situation a lot when we are coming from May. The situation is being made. Sometimes we laugh it off, we joke it off, but the sad part is that this was really people's reality. This is so many other people's reality. It may not be to this extent, it may be different, but it's the same pot. Different toilet, but the same pot, right? And
True.
I just apologize to everybody because I hear the hurt in your voice. I hear the hesitantness in your voice. And I want to just say that I'm talking about this from a standpoint as a survivor. When OG speaks, she talks about this from the standpoint of being a survivor. Anybody who have went through this at the hands of someone who was supposed to love them, who was supposed to take care of them, you guys are survivors. And I hope that you guys are healing, and I hope that you guys are not triggered when these situations are made light of, as they are so many times in all of our lives. I'm not pinpointing anyone because we all are guilty at making light of the situation. So I just want to send everybody some love. And I'm literally shaking because, once again, guys, could you imagine waking up in well, a lot of people have, imagined. They didn't have to imagine because a lot of people did wake up inside households like this. And I'm just so sorry, and I just want to hug each and every one of you. And as I hug myself, I just want to hug each and every one of you and just tell you that you're surviving. And once again, healing can be passed down through generations too. So I hope that everyone who had to endure this, I hope that everyone who went to bed and they dreaded nighttime coming, because this is when you get that knock at the door or whatever, whenever it happened, whether it was daytime, nighttime, whether I just, guys, my heart is just breaking. Like, I'm gonna be honest, my heart is breaking for everybody who had to endure this, because your home is supposed to be your safe place, and no child should have to deal with being sexually abused at all. I don't care how it I don't care how it happened, at the hands of who. No child should have to endure this shit. And every adult, whether that played a part in this shit, they're gonna have their fucking day. They're gonna have their karma. I don't care how you guys how it happened, whether you intentionally played a part in it or whatever. Every adult who had a hand in causing trauma to a child sexually, you motherfuckers are gonna have your day.
I agree with you.
Period.
Can
Period.
you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
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 And them damn fucking
And them
people that
damn
sit on
fucking
her
people that
panel with
sit on her
her,
panel with
knowing
her,
that she did this
knowing that
shit,
she did
they're
this shit,
joining
they're
her in this
joining
shit.
her in this shit.
That's just how I
That's
feel
That's
about
just
it.
how I feel about it. Well, we appreciate you expressing your story and sharing your story with us. I know your story gonna help somebody else as well.
Thank you, and I
Thank
really
you,
have a lot
and
of
I really
respect for
have a lot of
Tivy
respect for
for
TV
having him up
for
there
having
and
him
letting
up
him
there
talk
and
about it.
letting him talk about it. Hmm.
Thank you. I hope y'all have a
Thank
great
you. I hope
day.
y'all have a great day. You too, beautiful. Have a good one.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, News About
Thank you,
News,
news about news
for the super sticker.
for the super
Uh,
sticker.
We need everybody to
We
mute,
need
guys, when one
everybody to
person
mute,
is
guys.
talking because the echo is horrible. Okay, now the echo's gone. So thank you, News About News, for
Mm.
the super sticker. She said for the $10 super sticker, she said, "Hey Blicky and Purple, always loved y'all ladies. Insight and compassion you bring to us ladies. Thank you guys.
Mm.
We appreciate you guys so much for acknowledging that. Hey Casper, I know you wanted to speak and you we really couldn't hear you, so we're gonna give you the floor.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, babe,
Okay.
100%.
All right. Okay. So, first of all, like I say, I love you guys. You, Connie, Tibby, all of y'all keep me busy watching y'all lives. And, I take what I want, leave what I don't, but it's always a time with all of y'all. Um, but what I wanted to say is that, on the outside, looking in, me being a survivor of SA of a like family circumstance, it's very easy to look at it like, oh my God, like why is this person behaving this way or why would they engage? Not to make excuses, but what looks weird to some might look normal for that person, and that's what they know. So, kids that are SA'd by their family members, why would they keep sleeping with their family members for years, and then eventually they like, oh shoot, this is not supposed to be happening, and hopefully that happens soon on, but who sometimes it don't. And so their normal is, promiscuous behavior, or sneaky behavior, sleeping with people that are younger, the excitement that comes with it. Most people, say that, there's an excitement for people that sexually assault others. It's an excitement for them that they do it because not only are they fucked up people, but it excites them to do something bad. They want to do something that they're not supposed to be doing. So that's a part of it. So I think that, both of them both of them engage in poor behavior. But she was responsible for looking out for him, and she just fucked him up. She fucked him up, man. She messed him up. And it's sad to watch the whole thing. It's sad to watch it. It's sad to see it. What do you do when you?
What do you do when you?
I don't know. I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
I agree with you as well. I feel that way about it too. The adult in this situation is what grew these kids up to believe that the actions that was taking place in that home was normalized. It was a regular thing for them in that home is what I'm saying. Um yeah, so I like I said, I just think about the situation very much deeper. I do understand that adults have decisions and choices and they should make better ones. But I do understand broken people as well, and people normalizing crazy shit because it's all they know in the moment. Until they step outside of that world, they don't realize how fucked up it is until they step away from it. Hopefully by then. I'm
Thank
sorry,
you
we
to
got a super chat. Thank you to. Oh,
Thank you to Slay for the super chat, for the $10 super chat. She said May said Ivan was a womanizer, not realizing that she is the reason why he has hypersexuality trauma He was a child getting sex in ways that only an adult can do to him.
Mm.
Mm, I agree. I agree.
I wonder this
Mm.
morning
I
if it's
wonder this morning if this
conversations
conversation
being had
being had
twin mute because when I when
swim
I
mute
when
because
I when I talk, I see your bubble move. I think that it is I wonder this morning if it's conversations being had in May household with Tati. Because with this coming out, like, and I don't think that, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that Ivan is lying, and I'm gonna say this because it doesn't paint him in a good light to some people. Because, you know, this woman was actually watching her daughter have sex with a girl and masturbating while she's watching her daughter get fellatio from another woman, and you know, and she woke him up, and regardless of, you know, the situation, like he said he grabbed the phone, he turned the phone off, but it's still coming out. And you know, some people are looking at him a little strange. Some people want more answers before they just draw a conclusion and say that his hands was totally innocent. And so I don't think that he's lying about this situation, because if you know, I don't think that I honestly don't think that the man is lying about this situation. So I wonder if a conversation is being had, or if it's just being brushed under the rug, like whatever, or if she's having a conversation to know how Tati feel about this, because like, or if this is just the norm, and if her and Tati, if she has actually, because if you're watching your daughter have sex with a woman and you're masturbating, there's nothing to stop me from believing that you haven't had sexual relations with your daughter.
That
How the
part, looking
hell?
how the hell. That's what I'm saying. Some pressure shit.
Because who gets turned on
Cause
by
who?
watching their child have sex? Who wants to even know that their child is having sex? Like, okay, I may know that you're an adult, and I may know you're fucking, but I don't want to hear it, see it, none of that shit. That ain't none of my business.
He-
Nick, you gotta sneak and fuck like the rest of us when we was kids, and we was sneaking and fucking. You gotta sneak and fuck like the rest of us. Like, I don't want to know about that shit.
Listen here, I got grandbabies, and I don't want to have them. I don't want to talk in detail about what my kids are doing.
No, ever.
And I got grandbabies. I'm a damn doula. I know what the hell going on, but I don't want to fucking talk about it. What the hell? And do you think I'm gonna talk to them about me and their daddy?
Thank you.
Certain
Thank
shit
you.
is just out of bounds. Like, and those red flags should be alarming. And I hear what everybody is saying about you know how the environment he was raised in, and when you come home to an environment where that's what's happening to you. Listen, I lived it. I was 15 years old when I was finally removed out of the home. I lived it for 15 years. And baby, I ain't never even, baby, listen. And I know we not all the same, but to spin the narrative that because he was exposed to that, or because that is a reason. Listen, and law
And
also says, as an adult, that is a choice if you partake and participate in it.
Mm-hmm.
Period. That I understand trauma, and I've said 100 times. I'm so glad. I've seen in a couple lives where a couple of comments where it says good. That's what he need in real life. However, how in the hell are we making excuses or trying to figure out what is just wrong? There isn't nothing to figure out. It is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I understand having compassion and being like, whoa, like he really went through some shit. Wow, Tati really went through some shit. Wow, May really went through some shit. But what you chose to do as an adult is your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no explanation for that except wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's how I feel. It don't mean whatever else, but I can't understand how there's so many reasons or how many I want to understand. What the hell is there to understand about wrong?
And this is how I feel about the situation. I mirror your words and your thoughts because once again, I just can't find it to be acceptable no matter what the situation is. I understand trauma and grooming, as Andrea says right here. I understand trauma. I understand grooming. But I do understand that once again, and I like I said, I know, like you said, I know everybody is not like us. I get it. I understand it. But I can never rationalize any fucking adult messing with or watching sexual explicit behavior from a child, teenager, child, young adult, none of the above. So I can never, in my mind, it can never be rationalized. I don't care through how much trauma, because if that's the case, then let me play devil's advocate. As much as I despise May, as much as I think that she is the scum of the fucking earth, right?
Mhm.
Then if we can rationalize that part of it, then the same can be said for her, who also said that she was essayed by multiple people all throughout her life, right? So I
Valid.
just feel like we have to be fair across the board. Even though I despise this fucking lady and I will never give her a pass. I feel like, but if we can say that about him,
Even though I despise
then then the same goes for
this
her,
fucking
because
lady.
this she says that she was essayed for half her fucking life, right? So I'm just playing devil's advocate once again. I'm not giving this lady a pass because I despise her and I know that what she did was disgusting, and I know that what she did, made lifelong trauma to people. But if guys, if rationalization can be done on his part, then what stops her from sitting up there using the same excuse? Hey, Chrissy. Oh, Chrissy, you dropped down as soon as I said, hey, come back, baby. Oh, this is a very deep topic, guys. This is a very and I must say, I think I'm triggered because I'm still shaking and fucking speechless, guys.
And and the truth is that's exactly it. And that's my point is that either, which for me, I stand firmly where I'm standing. You know what I'm saying? I'm 10 toes down about what I think, what I feel, and that's it. Now, you might not agree with me, and that's your business, but I'm standing where I'm at. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
is like you said, if there's going to be grace given, grace has to be given across the board. So if it's
Mm-hmm.
wrong if one person does it, then it's wrong if the other person does it. The why does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
If you doing the exact same thing I just said this person is wrong for doing, when y'all have
Mm-hmm.
similar stories, you got similar backgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
you both
Mm-hmm.
there's traumas on either side. Now, the thing is that from my understanding, most of Ivan's traumas, when it comes to specifically the type of trauma we talking about here, it didn't start till, you know, I don't know if that happened to him when he was younger, is what I'm saying.
I don't know, but
So,
according to his book, May wasn't the first older woman that he slept with.
right, exactly. But by child, I mean like, like under 10,
Yeah. Yeah.
under a teenager.
Okay.
Cause it's obvious he grew up kind of fast, like we did. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? He didn't grow up in a two-parent home in the suburbs. I mean, that's just not his story. So, um, you just can't just you if it's wrong, it's just wrong for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people that all the time because it doesn't matter how close or how much or you love or think of or respect that person. If they have done a behavior that you know is that you believe is wrong, then it's got to be wrong for everybody that do that behavior. It shouldn't matter who is doing the behavior. The behavior is wrong.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree. Moomies, thank you for the super chat. She said, "Can we all admit that he would still be there had Whitney not came in?" I definitely agree. Actually had that conversation earlier with my twin. We actually, we had like an hour long conversation regarding these things. And, we still have a difference of opinion, like I said, which we usually have on certain situations. Um, and yeah, I felt the same way. Kelly Anna Outlaw said, "Hold on, didn't Tati say Jaden's dad essayed her the night she was drunk? They went live with Miss Nico." I'm not 100% sure. I can't really speak on that, Kellyanne, because I wasn't privy to that. And if I did listen to that live, but I don't know I don't, well, let me not say I don't know. I didn't hear that part. But if a lot of times I'm in this and I get disturbed and I back away, then I'm in it, then I get disturbed and I back away. So somebody may have caught on to that. Did anyone else hear that? Because I don't, twin. I know you used to watch, more back in the day, than I have. Did you hear that?
No, I can't recall if she said it was Jaden dad. I know she did mention that her mama used to have her around a lot of guys that was essaying her or, inappropriate with her. She did
Oh my
say that.
god.
Mm,
Oh
mm,
my god.
mm.
Uh,
Oh my
she
god.
probably did though. Ain't no telling. But that live, I always say she spoke the truth. She spoke the truth and made her take it all back to cover her own ass.
Right.
But May not having those kind of conversations, just to go back to what you said earlier. No, May don't want to be seen that way. She don't want her kids to look at her and say, this is where you failed me at. She want her kids to gloat on her. So and it's just a selfish thing. May is trying to build a house, build a family, build a life. It's not real. She's not accepting the reality of what she created, because she's created this fest of bullshit.
Shelly says, "I don't understand why y'all don't understand why." Shelly, everybody has a difference of opinion over here, honey. Everybody is allowed to, you know, voice their opinion. We're not trying to persuade nobody. What we're trying to do right now is have a round table conversation. Everybody is allowed to bring their opinions, whether they agree or don't agree. We're not trying to persuade anybody. I just want to know more. I feel like maybe we do need to hear more. Like maybe we do need to hear, like, once again, I don't know if he said that he was aroused just off the fact that she was playing with herself before he knew who was on the phone, who was in the video. He could have just thought that she was watching two women have sex, and then when he realized it was her, Tati, he could have shut it down immediately. I want to know more. So I think people have more questions, and some people are not just jumping off the rip with either way. Some people may have just. So I think that that's it. But once again, everybody is allowed over here to discuss whether how, no matter how they feel, everybody is allowed their opinion over here.
Mhm.
And real quick, just for educational purposes, uh Stockholm syndrome is a condition that tries to explain why hostages sometimes develop a psychological bond with their captors. He was not a hostage. Please let me just put that out there.
Yeah, but I think that could form in the same kind of way. No, he wasn't a hostage, but I feel as though what he wanted for himself in that time, thinking as a kid, as we all do, which is want to be grown, he hit the jackpot, and what she was promising him kept him right where she wanted him. I think it has a lot to do um mentally with a lot of things that took place. Yeah, he had a choice to make. I think we all be having choices to make, and I think we stick around until we grow out of it, until we don't want what it comes with anymore.
And sometimes we
Mm,
stick around out of convenience.
out of
So,
convenience, that too, right? 100%, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's definitely different layers to this.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. But
And this is
uh,
why we're live today, guys, because we want everyone. We know that the viewers oftentimes have strong opinions, and you guys don't really get a chance to, give your full opinions from the comments. So this is once again why we're live today, just to have a roundtable conversation about this, guys. Because once again, this was someone's reality. This was many people's reality and at home. This is many children's reality that's not in that home, just around the world. Okay. This is a worldwide thing. This is not a maybe, just a maybe thing. This is not just a Ivan thing. This is not just a Tati, Cat, and whoever else thing. This is a this is a worldwide issue. So
Mm-hmm.
we just want to have a round table today and let you guys get a chance to actually voice your opinion. And if there's more questions, if Tibby replays this live, she'll have a chance to ask more questions that you guys want also. She doesn't have a problem doing that. She'll have a chance to ask, more questions that you guys want to hear. So this is your time. We're not saying that anybody is right or anybody is wrong, because everybody sees things differently. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sees things differently. You're entitled to your opinion. Nobody's going to beat you down about your opinion. This is the time to get your opinion out in a respectful environment and ask questions that you may want answers to. Fendi, thank you for the $10 super chat. She said need to give Tati the mic now. Exactly. Kat is an embarrassment for letting her kids be around that devil their whole life. Mayo don't deserve no sympathy just off her attitude about the whole situation. And with Kat, guys, if you guys, I'm not too sure if anyone knows, Kat is actually going to Kat is actually going to move, and she's moving with this girl that she just met off of TikTok. She's moving with a woman who she barely knows. So my thing is, did she even learn anything from this situation? Because you're moving to a whole nother state with a woman who you barely even know, and taking your two adolescent daughters into a situation with a woman that you don't even fucking know. So I don't even think that she learned anything out of this situation.
These people, all these people do is worry about a relationship. None of these people got shit together. Not financially, not mentally, not nothing. But the one thing that they put their heart and soul into is a fucking relationship that's full of fuck shit. And it's really annoying.
It's
How the fuck
disturbing.
it's
Yeah.
very disturbing. How you finna pack your shit, move to a whole nother state with practically a stranger, somebody you haven't even met in person on some one time, but you packing your
Mm-hmm.
teenage daughters up and moving. You know,
Mm-hmm.
these people are
Mm-hmm.
they're broken in different ways. Like they looking for somebody to fix them and or give them the life that they imagine life should be. And it's unfair to the innocent children that's involved in this. And it's unfair to themselves. Like, just go sit in a corner and heal. Recognize. See this shit.
Thank you
How
to
you,
Double D Little Mama for the $1.99 super sticker, baby. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
ooh,
Layla, sending prayers to you, beautiful. Hey, Sandy. Hello to everybody who just came into the room.
I
We
can't
thank
see the
you.
comments, so I didn't. Hello.
Okay.
I don't know
So
what
Billy
happened.
says, unfortunately, in a situation like this, you can't condemn one without condemning the other. We all have had the ability to make decisions during all stages in our life. We are all born with the sense of right and wrong.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Right. Fendi says, my thing is that Maydog being a peeping Tom with Cat's kids, dead ass. I
Mm.
wouldn't at this point, if now you're hearing the things and the that's coming out about her own daughter, nothing in my mind stops me from thinking that you're 100% right about that, Fendi.
Mind y'all, she didn't deny it one bit. She didn't even battle it. All she could say is, if that's what I was doing, what was he doing? Peeking? Like, what? Why is that
Ooh.
your response to somebody saying you was jagging off to your daughter? What?
But but this is why I said, and once
That's
again,
so
I said
crazy.
this back when we was on the panel with Chalet, and when Ivan came up, and this is before his baby was here, and this is once again why I said, I think that you have to make amends for some things that you may have did in this relationship also. And once again, I think that this is what stops him from coming full throttle at May when she um get the pop in her gums and she get the, throwing out these threats like, well, if I go down, everybody's going down. It's because while some of these inappropriate things were going down, she had the camera in her hand like a cockhold old man watching his wife be sodomized, excuse me, I'm sorry, OG, because I know you don't like that word, but by BBC. Like, and he's sitting in the corner just watching, like, and he got his camera out, like, it's like you filmed everything every step of the way, and just knowing now that she was masturbating to her daughter having sex, it lets you know, like, when she was always running around with these cameras was all these videos for her own perverted sexual desire.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yep.
Wow.
Wild as hell. And
It's
now she
just,
playing it
yeah.
around like she ain't never did no weird ass shit, or she don't think disturbingly. Like, come on now.
And I have said, listen, one thing about May, she is a bone collector. The one person
Hmm.
that was there when all the bones was collected was Ivan. I don't give a
Hmm.
damn. You cannot separate the two.
Now, hold on, guys. You guys in the comments are welcome to your opinion, but no Connie slander over here, honey. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, y'all.
Oh, that's just what I wanted to say. You know that old antage. Your grandma used to tell you, holes of a feather flock together. So if you
Right.
know if your friend fast, you being around them gonna make you fast. Now we all older and know that that's not always the case.
Right.
However, we also are old enough to be honest that, baby, listen, more motherfucking times than not, that is the case.
Mm-hmm.
Now we may not be the same level of hoeing, but everybody in that group might be doing a little something, something, except maybe one, right?
Right.
So we know both sides of that now that we're older. So I that I believe, and that is something that I have said and I have believed from the beginning, and that is why I believe Ivan can heal through therapy and be honest and do all the things he needs to do to heal. However, that boneyard's got their bones in it, not one or the other.
Right.
And I believe that the more this stuff come out, the more that is gonna play to be the facts.
Right. And I think it's not, I think the more that this stuff come out, it's just not gonna look good for everybody. I'm gonna be honest. I just think that it's not gonna look good for everybody because once bone comes out on this side, bones are gonna come out on this side. Bones are gonna come out on this side. Bones are gonna come out on that side. And we better believe May is gonna be prepared today with her rebuttal. I wouldn't even be surprised if she ain't got Tati sitting there. But I want to know how the fuck did she even have the video of Tati and the girl? Where did the video come from?
She said she had. He told her that she had got Tati's phone because she said she needed a second phone, so she took Tati's phone, and she was going through the messages, and that's how she came across the video.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
What the
I
hell?
let me tell you something. I know what it feels like to be a young girl who was objectified. And I'm not talking about voluntarily. Like I said, I'm not even talking about the point of when of about the point of being SA'd at the hands of, a family member or whatever. I'm talking about walking down the street and because I was the big girl with big ass titties, a big old butt, big thighs, like being objectified by people. And let me tell you the loneliness that you feel in that moment, right? Because my mom had a friend and her friend used to do my hair. So I was allowed to I was at her house getting my hair done and her boyfriend at the time was such a creep, right? And never knew
Mm.
he was a creep until this moment. Like he pretended of like they all do to be, to be an adult who had my well-being and other teenagers well-being. And she was really big. Like she was, when I say she was big, she was about maybe almost 400 pounds. Like she was a really big beautiful girl, but she was huge. And I was maybe like 12, 13, and I wasn't yet living with my mom. So I was visiting and I was downstairs getting my hair done at the lady's house. And he kept, when the lady would go to the bathroom or when she would turn her head, he would blow kisses at me or he would like lick his tongue at me. And I felt like I did something wrong. You understand? Like I felt like if I said something to my dad, which was my stepdad, I felt like if I said something to him, he was going to go to jail, right? I felt like he was gonna come downstairs because my stepdad was known for whipping ass and he didn't want to hear shit. And I knew that if I told him what this guy was doing, that he was gonna go to jail and go to jail for a very long time because my dad did time at Attica. Okay. So I knew that if I told him he was going back and he wasn't going back to lockup, he was going to prison. So I didn't say nothing. I ignored it the whole night. I got my hair done. I felt so uncomfortable the whole fucking time because I felt like, why is this man um coming on to me and his girlfriend is right here? What am I doing wrong? Like am I wearing something wrong? Like am I, like, is it something that I'm doing that is making him do this to me? I felt like I couldn't tell my mom because once again they would go off and they both would, my, like I said, my dad would be in prison, so I didn't want to be the reason why my dad was no longer out. I felt like I couldn't tell my foster mom, who was my great aunt, because I felt like if I told her, I would no longer be allowed to go see my mom. So I held a secret in like that because who the fuck can I tell without one of these adults going off and without me having to face repercussions because I came forward and told what this perverted man was doing. You know what I'm saying? And he never touched me. He never got a chance to. But in that moment, I know how alone I felt. So once again, this is the reason for these conversations, guys. We gotta pay attention. We gotta pay attention. Um, we just gotta know that we gotta treat everybody like they guilty until we're innocent in our lives. And I mean that in our lives. I'm not talking about Ivan. I'm not talking about whoever. I'm talking about in our
Mhm.
personal lives. When it comes to our children, when it comes to anybody's children, anyone's child is safe with me. When it comes to just as a teacher, I am very I hate to see my little girls come to school without shorts on. And you know that these are pre-K students. You know they're gonna we have them sitting crisscross applesauce. I'm very
Mhm.
disgusted to see my children come in their outfits resemble adult outfits. Like, and I advocate on that. Their children, please, dress them appropriately because you know that they're going to be sitting on the floor crisscross applesauce, and nobody should be able to tell them what kind of underwear that they have on.
Mhm.
I advocate at the fact that a lot of these preschools have the boys and the girls using these bathrooms together. You understand what I'm saying? And the little girls are walking, they're coming from the toilet with their underclothes down. I advocate for
Mhm.
that. And the little boys at this age, they're looking and they're not looking being perverted. They're looking because it's something different. And they don't know that they don't know that it's inappropriate, but they're curious. They're looking out of curiosity. And I don't feel like
Mhm.
these kids should be going to the bathrooms together at this age because they're starting to notice it's a difference.
And
I
not
have
just
this, she has
together,
something different.
by themselves. I can't stand to see a parent to send their child, male or female, I don't give a damn the gender, to the bathroom in public by themselves.
Mm,
If your child ain't big enough to squabble up, why they going by themselves?
mm. And even if they are able to squabble up, because at 12, 13, I was more than equipped to squabble up on my own, but I was still scared to tell because I thought that I was going to get an adult in trouble if I told.
Right. Oh no, I was talking like 16, 17. If they
Yeah,
12 or
like,
13, you should be going with them. They should not be going alone. Because you just never know. And the truth is that these types of things in real life, you don't see it. This isn't like you walk around and you just can look at somebody and tell. They ain't got on t-shirts. You never know when your children aren't safe. You have to be vigilant always, not sometime. Because you never
mm-hmm,
know who it
mm-hmm,
is.
mm-hmm.
There's priests, there's pastors, there's leaders, there's
There's
teachers.
football coaches, there's
There,
teachers, there's um there's everybody. Like
Boy
there's
Scouts.
right,
There's other kids harming kids because of what happened to them. Like,
right.
you have to be vigilant in real life, across the board.
Mm. This shit, yes, Fendi, I agree. This shit is crazy.
What they said, Blicky?
Oh, Twin, drop the link, Bookie. If anybody wants to come up, we're dropping the link, guys. This is your chance, like I said, once again. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care what stance you take. This is just your chance to come up and get your opinion out. And even if you don't want to talk about that, and particularly in particular, you can talk about, just if how this has affected you, or if it has affected you, or you know guys, I just want us to be aware. And I noticed that now that I'm around these little people all the time, I'm even much more aware. Because sometimes even thinking that you're protecting them, guys, it could be the only house that you're sending your kids to. You may not send your kids anywhere. And it can be the only house that you're sending your kids into that they are violated.
Uh, ble-
Um
oh,
So I just want us to really have conversations with our children. And it may be like, once again, you guys, you may ask them everywhere. You may be like, okay, are you okay? Are you safe here? Are you safe there? Are you safe there? And you may have that one safe space who you send your kids to, guys, and you'll be surprised that they being violated there. So I would just
mm,
want us to stay vigilant and have these conversations with our kids, guys, because like this yo, I'm fucking pissed. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm pissed.
Blicky. So someone in the comments said, so let me get this right, making it seem like Ivan S.A. Tati, but it was a video that May was playing with herself, watching and start blank Ivan off, and he got H and turned it off. Ain't nobody, wait a minute, Kim, ain't nobody over here say nothing about Ivan did that to nobody. Hold up, check. Stop that. That ain't what we said.
Thank you, OG. Yeah, you could go.
You
OG,
you
clear that
can
up
run
because I
that
ain't even
back.
in the mood to do that shit right now.
Oh no no. I don't like I don't like shit like that. No, ain't nobody say Ivan did anything like that. What we said, what I said, shit, is that I don't understand how he was aroused when he knew that she was watching her goddamn daughter. That's what the fuck I said. I don't have no understanding. I ain't never said Ivan did nothing like that to nobody. Matter of fact, I ain't said May did that to nobody. It ain't my place to accuse anybody of that, because guess what? They ain't fucking did it to me. The ones that did it to me, I stood in court about. So let's be
Hmm.
clear. Nobody over here said that Ivan did anything the fuck like that. What we said is that shit is weird. And I'm not okay with that. Also, what the fuck I said, real life with April, is that we all know May is a motherfucking bone collector. And we know that Ivan was there helping collect the fucking bones. So that the bone graveyard is full of their bones, not his or hers. That's what the fuck was said. Now run tell that whoever the hell you is.
Okay.
Nah. uh,
And she
and that's
said what?
all.
And she said what the fuck she said, twin, right? Okay. And what I said was that I don't know if I want more question. I have more questions because I don't know if he was aroused just by being waken up to his wife seemingly watching porn without knowing who was on the video. And then when he found out who it was, then he turned it off. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. And from we didn't really get, he didn't really get into in depth with that. So I said, I have more questions. Like, okay, was like, because me and my twin had this conversation earlier, like, damn, like, was it that he was like, or was it that you woke up and you don't know who's on the phone, right? You see your wife, she's playing with herself, whatever. Ew. Oh,
Good
gross.
Lord.
But yeah, right. But whatever. Tender dick. You wake up, your wife is having in my twins' words, twin Tinder dick. Your wife is,
Mm.
playing with her coochie, and you don't know who she's watching. You may just think that she's watching porn. Two women who y'all don't fucking know, and then you get a glimpse and you see and you like, what the fuck, bitch, turn this shit off. Like this is why we said there's more questions, and I would love to see part two when he does come up tonight on Tibby's. I hope he does go up on Tibby's panel so that we can get more in depth to the shit that was said last night. We just don't want to leave it there. Bring your ass back. Bring your ass back and answer these questions.
Yeah, and I pretty much agree with Twin. That's my thing. I got more questions. Period.
Right.
Because if he was woke up and even May confirmed that he was asleep because she talking about, so what, he was fake sleeping, how he know I was watching it, how he know who I was watching. So I was listening to what they were saying, and he said that he cut the shit off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's I got more questions, and I'm not saying that it's weird if you, how do you continue to have sex with somebody like this? But then I think about, this young tender dick fella too as well. Like, it was weird, but that ain't what turned him on initially. That's what I'm saying. That's not what turned him on initially. So he's not thinking of that. He's thinking of his wife jacking him off. He finna get some pussy. He wasn't even paying like all that shit kind of just happened because of her creepy ass. This some creepy shit she was doing that
Well, we
he
would
woke up
hope that
into.
that's not what had turned him on because none of us was there. So we would
Right.
hope
Right, that part. So
that
yeah,
was not
that's
what
my
had
dilemma.
aroused him.
And my other question behind that was for the people in the bed that just got here making the goddamn assumptions and allegations. The thing I followed that up with was, okay, let's say it was just a natural tenderoni response, right? And then how he fucked her again. Cause
Mm-hmm.
if I woke up to something like that, even if in the moment it happened, I don't know. I couldn't be with you no more after knowing you was interested in that way watching your
Mm-hmm.
daughter. That's just
Mm-hmm.
crazy work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I said that too for I don't even remember who the fuck I was talking about the fuck a minute ago.
Right.
Y'all know I be high shit.
Right.
But I get a
We
bitch
all
together. Don't come
and
playing
I
over
think
here
that's
with
all
me.
of our and I think that's all of our sentiments with that because like uh, I said it earlier, like, if you were clear and you were able to put your foot down when it came to no more studs, if you were clear and you were able to put your foot down to certain things, but that was like what was it? Was it monetary things to where, that made you be like, you know what, we're gonna turn a blind eye to this, and because the cars is coming and the money's coming and we shopping, we traveling, we doing certain things, or like what was it? Like I want to know, and I'm not excusing none of it, but I've now listening to this
Mm-hmm.
and hearing the shit that she says, even though we know some of the shit is straight bullshit, but now it's like everything is coming full fucking circle, and now we see why they were together so long, because it was more of a thing of secrets were being kept.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree, Pinky.
Thank you, Myra, for the 2.99 super sticker. Hey, beautiful, what's your name?
I'm Mel,
Oh, hey,
aka
Mel. I didn't
Fred.
even know this was you, Bookie. I'm
Hi.
I'm in the
Hi.
comments, baby girl.
Okay. Hi, beautiful ladies. Okay,
Hey,
Hi,
so
love.
baby.
my mind
Hello.
is fucked up right now. Fucked up. Because I think kind of like what Blinky said. First of all, I'm 52. So I've seen a lot, been a
It's
lot.
Blicky with a C, not an N.
Oh shit. But when you're that young and you're, with these gifts, I mean, we're talking about $50,000 gifts, not a little shopping spree. And when you're young, of course he's going to stay because he's getting all this luxury. He doesn't have to work, nothing. So there's a lot of people that they say money is the root of all evil. Right here, this is a
Mm.
proven fact that he was bought to stay quiet. I don't even think he's telling it all yet.
I
I
don't
think
think
there's
so
so
neither.
much more. No, there's so much
Agree.
more. There's so much more. But May has this intimidation, and really, she's who the fuck she intimidating? Because now they have my. She was saying my real name, and I said, "Fucking run it! I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm in California, bitch. And Blinky, you remember when I went to New York? When you told me, "Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you
a
let me
fantastic
know.
model," I sure in the fuck
Mm-hmm.
did. I don't fucking hide. I offered that fucking bitch $1,000 in Las Vegas. I just went to Texas. I passed out her book, 10 books. I went to restaurants. I went to her fucking neighbor's house. I sent Tibby fucking video of me, my husband, and two cousins. That's why the bitch is moving, because your fucking neighbors know who the fuck you are now, bitch. And
Mm-hmm.
I dropped my
Mm-hmm.
location. I dropped my
Mm-hmm.
location. I was in Texas for
Mm-hmm.
4 fucking days. I'm not gonna go to her house. I'm not gonna go to jail. I was at the
Mm-hmm.
Hilton. I dropped it on that dark side, stupid whatever. Bitch, you did not come. You didn't go out of your house for 3 fucking days that I was there. And I was sending Tibby videos
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
fucking Texas. So, bitch, nobody's scared of your and fat ass, and you're calling me 100 pounds. And do I really think I could hang with you, bitch? Size don't mean shit. And I ain't
It
trying to
doesn't.
really fight. No, that
Mm-hmm.
small things come in big packages. And the places that I've been, like they like to rub it in my face. She's been threatening me the last couple of days, her and Lady J. And I'm like, fucking run it. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Because I'm gonna stand on my word. I'm gonna stick up for kids. I got 4 kids. And if somebody touched mine, fuck it. Give me fucking life or whatever.
Right.
Somebody, oh, hell no.
I agree. I'd
But
rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6 any motherfucking day.
thank you. Thank you. But Ivan is still that scared a little bit because she uses this intimidation. But really, if they knew what was going on, these supposedly gang members and all this, they're not going to back her up. They're not going to back her up.
Well, we don't know that because we don't know if once again, we don't know if she's paying these people monetary things too. You understand?
That's true.
Like we
No,
say,
that's
money is the root of all evil. And
true.
they cannot give a fuck about her, but she can also be coming out there and greasing their palms every time she come to, you know? And
No,
once
that's true.
again, he gotta be careful when it comes to that. And I think more so he knows about that because he was in her circle. And not only that,
Mm.
I think he also has to be careful because once again, this is a bitch who went to jail for conspiring to have her ex murdered,
I was in that same.
unalive.
I'm the one who.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she don't like me because I'm the one. I said, wait a minute, bitch. You weren't in LA County jail. That fucking jail that she was in. Let me tell you, I went there twice. One time for like 30 days, a stupid warrant for a traffic ticket. Girl,
Mm-hmm.
that was a fucking detention center. Detention center.
Mm-hmm.
There's only two units for women. And she tries to lie. You have to roll white. That's why I call her a wood, because you're pure white. When she said, "Oh, you're half white, Mel." Bitch, you got my full name, and on my all my documents, it says Hispanic, stupid fuck. You roll fucking white. She really don't like any other race but her fucking own, if you
Mm-hmm.
ask me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
she didn't even do that much time in the detention center. Her fucking charges, gang enhancement, is an automatic 5 years off the fucking rip for
Mm-hmm.
that charge. How'd she get out of that? How'd she get out of that? I'm so fucking confused because my son was 18. He got attempted murder and hit and run because of my car. My fucking son ain't never been to jail in his life when he was 18. They gave my son 4 fucking years in state prison. Bless his heart, he's out now. So how in the fuck does
Mm-hmm.
that make sense? When you were gang related, my son don't have no tattoos, nothing. Why? Because my son
Mm-hmm.
looks basically black and Mexican, but you white ass,
Mm-hmm.
you got away with it, bitch? Nah, fuck you. Fuck
Oh,
you.
Jesus. Lord Jesus. And once again, like snitching, we already know the bitch is a snitch. I want to
Mm-mm.
just acknowledge Jan real quick. Jan said that my father was abused at a young age. He took that out on me. He was angry and he wanted all of us to suffer like he did. He told me that just before he died and apologized. Mm.
Damn sad. Mm. I don't know. Hearing all this and everybody who I've never been in that situation with SA, or I have family members like cousins and stuff that I've heard, and I'm like, they can't come to my house. Even though my kids don't live with me, I don't want to be around them. I don't care about blood. I don't want to be around that bullshit. But
Right.
I kind of compare it like everybody grows up different. Like all you girls have said, ladies have said on the panel, people in the comments. I grew up, I'm sure a little bit. I grew up, both of my parents were drug addicts, were heroin addicts. They used to tell us it was medicine when we would see them in the bathroom shooting up. We didn't know no different. We were babies, like kids.
Right.
So that fucked me up. That fucked me up. We saw people coming in and out of our house. Our house would get robbed. It was very scary. And
Right.
that's all we knew when we got older. And my dad had went to prison for 12 years. He traded a carton of cigarettes for a fucking high school diploma. And I have
Mm.
the high school diploma from Tracy Prison in California. And my dad always told, don't ever do like me and go to prison or anything. But you know what? That's what
Mm-hmm.
we saw. We saw drug
Mm-hmm.
dealing. So it
Mm-hmm.
starts in the home. It starts in your home. So what did I do? I wanted to be a drug dealer because it was fast money, it was easy money. And that's what I saw growing up. And it's fucked up because it fucked me up. And look where it landed me. Thank God today I'm
Mm-hmm.
very blessed. But it's kind of not the same thing. But that really fucking traumatized me. Like Blinky, when you were saying your house got shot up, I literally had to get out of that live because it reminded me and brought back shit from my past.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he's grown up since he was 14 with this damn fucking lady or fucking beast. That's all he knew in a sense. So it's going to take a
Mm.
lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time for him to heal. And I don't believe you ever really truly get healed, at least for my situation. Like live triggered me. I was like, I got to get out of here. And then that night I was like, damn, do I hear gunshots? Or you know what I mean? Like it'll play tricks on your
I'm
mind.
sorry. Mm-hmm.
No, no, I'm just saying people don't know what will trigger the next person, just say, or what people have been through. You know what I
Right.
mean? I just think every day it gets more crazy and crazy and crazy. And I'm like, should I delete this fucking shit? But then it's like you're so drawn in.
You're invested. Yes. You're
Exactly.
invested.
Exactly. And then
We don't hear you, Mel. You went out.
oh shit.
I want to address Just Me real quick. Just Me said, so who did May SA? Allegedly, May SA'd Ivan. She had sex with him when he was a minor. When he was in her home.
Mm.
And I'm just saying allegedly, guys. I believe it, but I'm saying allegedly because I have this platform and I have to do it responsibly, right? Because I don't need any legal action. I'm already broke. You can't get blood from a turnip, but you can't get blood from a turnip. That was one of my mother's favorite statements, right? Yeah, I'll take it to the grave. You'll still be trying to get it from me, right? I ain't got to give, baby. But I
Hello.
have to do it. I have to do it responsibly. So this is why I say allegedly, even though I do believe that this is what happened. I still have to say allegedly because once again, I wasn't there. So allegedly, he may slept with Ivan from the time he was a minor, and he was a minor in her home that she was supposed to be looking after. So that's that. That's so that I hope that answers your question. Just me. Okay, guys, you can continue.
What the hell? I
Hey,
don't.
Mickey.
Who's the new girl that's up here? Oh, right. Oh.
Hi, ladies.
Hey,
Hi,
beautiful.
Hello.
ladies. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi. Just a couple comments. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you, beautiful. Mel, mute for 1 minute,
Okay.
baby. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Um, I just wanted to know, has anybody checked on Taddy today? Because if she didn't know about any of this, can you imagine the trauma that she might be having today? Um,
Who?
Mm.
And
Tati. She
second of
said,
all,
have anybody checked on Tati today?
right.
Oh, I didn't know who she said. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, we
I
don't.
know this.
I don't think that it'd be good for us to reach out to Tati. I mean, I'm just saying. So, but
Right.
this
Well,
is why I
yeah, yeah,
said.
I
Fuck
get it. I
Tati.
was just,
This is why I said I wonder what
I,
conversations. I hope that a conversation was had today and just not a round table about a rebuttal. I hope that a
right.
conversation was really had. Um, but it seems like a lot of inappropriate shit is
I'm
allowed to go on over there because as we see the shit with the girlfriends, as we see Tati up shaking her ass and it's just her mom and Whitney in the room and she up twerking and dancing and shit. Like all of that shit is
Yeah.
inappropriate. So is this shit just so normalized? Or once again, has any sexual things ever happen with her and her mom? Like once again, it leaves me open to ask these questions because if you would masturbate to your daughter having sex, you would fuck her. There's I'm
period.
Oh,
sorry.
Jesus.
Ugh, Lord.
Well,
Hmm.
that's a good segue into what I was thinking because there's a reason Jaden and Tati don't talk. And
Right.
there's a
Hmm.
family member of mine whose, sister assaulted their younger brother, and the younger brother will not talk to the older sister. I mean, it happened when they were children, but to this day,
Mm-hmm.
they don't speak. So I think there's a bigger issue there that might need to be addressed. And my
Yeah,
other
but they
question
ain't
is,
mature enough to address these situations. As like I said, she don't have a mom, a motherly and
no,
intuition. She don't come off as a with Jaden. She do, yes, but not with Tati. She never gave me that. She always treated
uh,
Tati like a stepsister.
it creeps me out the relationship she has with Jaden. It's almost like she's treated him like a boyfriend with, the ring situation when his
Hmm.
girlfriend, they were fighting. Yeah. So that really gives me the creep vibes. My other question, has anybody ever confirmed that she was sexually assaulted? Because she doesn't speak to anybody in her family, to my knowledge. Once in a while, we'll hear about a cousin,
It's a fake cousin
but is
though. That part.
in my mind,
Yeah,
in
that
my
part.
mind, there's a reason why her family doesn't speak to her. Has any of this ever been confirmed, or is she just this fucking devil, this deviant that has went around hurting people her whole life?
That's what I say.
I don't know.
She's
Like I don't like to.
bloodbound.
I don't like to say what people say they did get sexually assaulted. They didn't. But she let her tell it. She don't talk to her family like that, but she can talk to her family. Like she always say, like I know my people. I can reach out to them if I wanted to, or they can call me if they want to, type stuff. But yeah, I always said it's a reason why they not around.
The
Like
whole
they
family.
There's
gotta
just
not.
so many. Yeah, there's just
It's
so
weird.
many
The whole
red
family.
flags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot
Just
of
me
red flags
poses
that
Just me poses another question, guys. Just me wants to know who did Ivan essay, and I think I see where you were going when you asked that other question. Okay, so just me. We have no. There has never been anyone who came forward to say that Ivan essayed anyone. Let's make that really clear over here. We're not saying that he did, but what the question that is posed because there were underage girls coming in and runaways coming in at that time from way back to room 21, right?
Hmm.
So the question that can be posed is that if there were underage girls coming into this poly situation, did he ever have sex with these underage girls as well as we already know that May was having sex with these girls. So did he also participate in these sexual inappropriate activities with these minors? That's just a question that many people are posing, not so much per se us, but this is the question that's being posed in general because they were a couple participating in poly activities. And from what's been explained, right? From what's been explained and displayed from them, not from them, but from their the recordings of their life over the past couple of years, is that some of these girls were minors and runaways at the time. So we don't have no proof. We're not saying that Ivan SA'd anyone, but this is just a question that's being posed on behalf of the viewers and on behalf of, because we have seen inappropriate things, with these minors and underage women coming in dating way back to room 21. So I hope that answers your question, just me. And thank you for your questions today, beautiful. Go ahead, guys.
Can anybody give me a timeline on when May earned all that money? Because, you were discussing how Ivan stayed at the time for the money, but it seems like that video that we're discussing today, that happened when Tati was around 18, right? 17 or 18, which would have been like
Mm-mm.
8 or 9 years ago. No,
Mm,
I'm not
oh,
sure if
the
I got the
video.
years right.
Oh, I'm not sure about the age on the video. I thought you was talking about when she was drunk going live. But yeah, I don't know how old. Everybody keeps saying they was grown. Tati was grown. So I
Well,
don't
I
know.
remember that one video, Tati kept saying she was 18 because May was saying, no, you were 17, because she was insinuating that Tati had sexually assaulted that girl that was younger.
Okay.
So, yeah, so if those ages line up, this happened before May got her money.
Mm.
So,
You know what's great? You know
so
what's
I don't
crazy?
know.
More comes out. Like Ivan said, she got him the medicine for that. I guess all of them over there got fucking HS2, fucking lumps and bumps, whatever the fuck. So,
Right.
um, you think she puts shit in people's drinks? Like my mind was going 100 miles an hour last night after seeing all
I
those
don't
videos. And
know.
I
I
don't
don't
think
I
I
was
I don't
don't
know.
so.
I
like,
feel dirty. I feel dirty and gross all the way around today.
yeah,
Me too.
you know,
Me too. I
you know,
feel I feel really dirty and like we're watching something that we shouldn't be fucking watching. I feel real.
Yeah.
I feel secondhand dirty because we don't have
okay,
no parts in
me
this, but
too.
just listening to it, I feel what a filthy. And Mel, I get what you're saying. The possibilities are endless, but I don't want to put that jacket on
No,
until But that the
exactly.
possibilities are
No,
fucking
I'm saying,
endless.
yeah, nothing is mind blowing anymore. But like all of us have said, are up here right now. I literally was in Vegas. I told my husband last night, change my flight, our flight, change it. I took the first flight out of Las Vegas this morning because I was like, I can't be here anymore. Because I felt so fucking dirty. I wanted to be in my home, your safe haven. Literally cost me six hundred
Yeah.
dollars to get a fucking plane ticket to come home. I didn't care. I just wanted to get home. There's so much shit because she said that Tati was on medication for some mental or something.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and then Ivan said that May, the the godmom, could get any type of pills. I'm like, what the fuck? I wouldn't put that past her because she said, Tati, you're off your medication. You're off your medication. What fucking medication? Tati has no clue of what she was talking about. So when did Tati have the medication? Were
Mm.
you giving
Mm.
it to her, you weirdo? Yeah, I'm serious. Like, if I had to look, I would have questions. Did you drug your kid? Or what the fuck?
Mm.
Mm.
I got four
Well,
kids.
listen.
30.
I think everybody's questions here are valid at this point. I think everyone's questions are valid, and unfortunately,
Hmm.
I don't think that we're ever going to get the whole truth and nothing but the truth, guys. I don't think that we're
Yeah.
ever going to get it without being breadcrumbed little bits and pieces of the story.
I can't wait to see how May twists this tonight. She's either gonna have Tati come up and reveal that Ivy did all type of stuff to her, or she's gonna come up here and tell us some things Ivan did. But it's gonna get
Well,
a little
right now
darker.
she in the holding tank right now, and she's talking to her damn public defender, fucking cat or lady fucking J, you fucking pork damn bitch. With I'll say it. Sorry, you fucking
You breaking up, Mel.
I think you went out that part. I think that was nobody but God that cut you off at that moment because I don't know what you was about to say.
Man,
This is good. I said it.
Okay.
Nobody else. I said it. Die slow, bitch. Die slow, lady fucking J. You guys tried to crown
We
me
can't
as
say that up here.
No,
Wait.
We
You
we're
can't
not
say
can't.
that up
doing
here,
that.
man.
No,
Mel. We can't
no,
say that up
Mel.
here. We're trying to keep this
okay, I
live
got it on
up.
the chest.
We're trying to
Right.
Okay, I
keep
got
this
it on the
live
chest.
up. Yeah, we're trying to keep this live up, guys. So even though we are passionate about this, we still have to watch what they say, and we can't tell anybody to die
No.
because
Mm-mm.
At
YouTube
all.
will flag
Ever.
it.
Just
YouTube
forgive me.
will flag it, and if it's reported, they will remove this video. And we're not trying to have that one because we're monetized, and even though we're up here talking about people's lives, we are monetized, and this helps me and my family eat, and this helps Twin family eat. And we're not trying to jeopardize our position with being able to make viable income for our families, guys.
Yeah, it's not that deep for us.
My my bad. You know, I
All
gotta
right,
listen
It's
to
ladies,
okay,
I'm
you.
going to
baby.
hop on
It's
down,
okay.
okay?
Oh,
Okay, my
thank you,
love. Thank you
Mickey.
for
Thank you
coming
for
up.
coming up. We
Oh,
love you.
all right. Love you. And you
Ladies,
guys take care of yourselves today. Self care
You
today,
too,
okay? This has been a
beautiful.
lot for everybody.
Definitely
All right.
will.
Bye.
be
Okay.
safe. Have a good day.
Have a
Thank
good day,
you.
Mel.
Sorry, ladies. The best God of me.
It's
It's okay,
okay. It's a
baby.
passionate situation, and and with passion comes emotions. We understand that. This is why we often tell people that we decompress and sometimes we go ghost. Like sometimes I know someone said yesterday they welcomed me back to Connie's live. They was like, "Welcome back. We miss you in the chat." And I said it, and I was like, "Well, guys, even if you don't see me in the comments, just know I'm always here." Because sometimes you need to
That
just
part.
watch it as a viewer without
That
being engulfed in it. But
mhm.
even if you don't see me, just know me, myself, or Twin, or even if you don't see Connie in these comments, just know she's always here. Even if she's replaying it, she's always here. As Connie says, sometimes we just need to, and she said it before I even said it. Like Blicky always here. Even if you don't see her, sometimes we just need to watch it as a viewer without being involved. But we understand that so many emotions because this is real life, guys. Once again, this is someone's reality. This is many children's fucking reality. And this is just, we're not here to point no fingers at Ivan. We're not even here to point no fingers at May today because we do enough of that. Today, we just wanted to have a round table about this trauma and to let people know to be adamant. And I don't care if you think you're being adamant, sometimes you got to be a little bit more adamant. Sometimes you got to go a little bit harder because sometimes it's the motherfucker who you would never expect that is violating these children.
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
You can never say never when it comes to anyone.
You know, I don't even want to fight this lady like physical fight, harm. What I did when I went to Texas, no, you have neighbors. I don't give a fuck. Your neighbors should know that you are a risk in my eyes. So I don't care what anybody else says or what anybody else does. You don't have to agree with me. I don't give a fuck. Me being a
Right.
mother of four, I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna live my life. You may give me advice and stuff like that, but my mind is made up. Game over. I flew to
Right.
Texas to be a warrant. Oh, you have there's children in her neighborhood. Your neighbors don't know that they're living next door to a fucking creep and they got grandkids coming over there and children? No, I will
Right.
always stick up for a child no matter what. I may never know you. I will always stand my ground. So I didn't go there to physically fight her. Absolutely not. I tried to tell her, you pick the restaurant, meet and greet, public place. I just want to tell you to your face that you are sick. I don't even know if help is could help her at this point. But I wanted to tell her in her face, you're sick fuck and go get some fucking help. But
Right.
she ran with it. She ran with it and saying, I wanted to fight her and all. No, no, I put in the comments, I don't want to physically fight you. Not because I'm scared or whatever, because she's huge. No, where's that gonna get me?
Right.
Back in jail or prison? I came too
Right.
far. That bugs me too a lot about this lady. You have a felony. You're sitting on your fucking dead ass. All you need to do, you don't even need a fucking lawyer. All you need to do is write, bitch, to get the felony expunged. You don't need a fucking lawyer. I had two fucking felonies. Look at me now. I never thought I would even have a fucking passport. She's
Right.
lazy. She's lazy. She don't want to work. She wants to fucking. She thinks she's
Somebody has
entitled.
music
Hey,
playing
who
in
is
their
that?
background.
That's not me. That's not me. She thinks she's
Hi.
entitled. Part of that is because
Right.
of her race. Part of that is because of her race. And people may not agree with me. I don't really give a fuck. That's my opinion. That,
Yeah, and all opinions are welcome, baby. It's okay.
but in my eyes, from what I see, I'm 52 years old. Because she is full white, she gets, she thinks she's entitled and that everybody owes her. I don't owe you fucking shit.
I definitely agree with that.
Yes. Well, I've seen it. I mean, come on,
I think we've
firsthand.
all have seen that, and that's why I said that he did the right thing by not fighting for his position in that household.
Yes.
First of all, like I said, when love is no longer being served, there's nothing that you can fucking fight for, like Whitney is doing. Whitney is fighting a never-ending battle because as soon as you don't allow May to be able to sexually do the things that she wants to you, you're gonna be right back in the same boat. She's gonna be threatening divorce. She's going to be doing this. So you're fighting a never ending battle. When love is no longer being served, adults need to learn to walk away from the table. And once again, I'm glad that when faced with that decision, I'm glad that he left. I don't care how it happened, what made it happen. I'm just glad that he left because the only alternative was for him to turn up and show his ass as a black man who openly says that he has firearms in there, right?
Yeah.
We don't know if
Yeah.
they're
Period.
registered or unregistered. That doesn't matter because registered firearms are used all the time in bad situations, right? So because emotions, come into play. So all it had to be said was that, I have this man here, he has firearms, he's always smoking. The cops come in there, he's smelling like weed, and May is now in her it's guys, and to my white supporters, I'm not being disrespectful. You guys know I speak
Say
openly,
it.
but no, I am.
Facts
You
is
know I
facts.
speak
Shit.
I speak openly, but this is a fact. We have seen her play. Even with all these tattoos, people were like, "Oh, well." The question was posed before, like, "Oh, do you think the cops are gonna believe her?" And she's this huge white woman with tattoos. The KKK is tatted up from head to motherfucking toe. That don't fucking matter.
That part.
The like
That's
that
facts.
don't matter. Yeah, that don't matter. So like we see her get inside this helpless me Karen act like, oh my God, this is going on. And all they're going to see is two women against this black man who's smelling like weed and has all these fucking firearms. So I'm glad that when he was posed with that decision, he did the right thing and he got the fuck up out of Dodge ASAP. Okay.
That's
So,
Understood.
real shit.
hey, I want to
Real
give
shit.
Jill a chance to give her opinion. Hey, Jill, how are you, beautiful?
Hi, Blicky. Thank
Hey,
you.
hey, babe, how are
Hi,
you? What's
Joe.
your opinion on this, mama?
Well, my opinion is that now I'm a therapist for children.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
That,
great, great.
yes.
yes, girl.
Welcome.
Okay. So I work with children that have been in trauma. I work with
Mm-hmm,
children that haven't been in trauma, but mostly trauma based. Okay.
mm-hmm,
And like I said in the comments, Ivan was 14 when this predator took over not only his body, but his mind.
mm-hmm,
Most
Mm.
children, when they go through trauma, when things are introduced to them too early, adult situations particularly, they get stuck in that mind frame of a 14-year-old. No matter
mm-hmm.
if he's 18, 19, 20, until something snaps him out of it. I'm so grateful that right now he's going through therapy and
Mm-hmm.
he's going into this. Um, I fear for him because it's going to open up a lot and it might trigger him on other things, but hopefully he has a really good therapist. Okay. So I pray
Mhm.
for that. But like I said, people are saying, well, he was 18, 19, 20 doing this stuff with underage girls. First of all, that's allegedly because we don't know that.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And that's what I just said. Mm-hmm.
We don't know that. We
Mm-hmm.
weren't there. Okay. But you have to
Kylie,
understand, he was also introduced this by a grown adult that knew right from wrong. And when you normalize things, when stuff is happening so frequently, it's normal, especially when he didn't have the anybody else telling him. That's why she secluded him, guys. That's why she controlled him. That's why she didn't it was wherever Ivan was, May was. Wherever Ivan did, May did. If Ivan was going to do something, she had to be right there because she had to control the whole scenario. Because if someone ever got in his head when he was 16, 17, and said, yo, what are you doing? Why are you with this old woman? And talked him out of it, she would have lost her puppet. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not okay. If I find out now that he's been gone from May for a few years, if I found out tomorrow Ivan allegedly hurt a child in that way, would there be grace? No. Okay. I wouldn't have grace for that. But again, I don't know if he did anything to a child or underage. Let me just say that, not a child of under a certain underage. I don't know that. You have to prove it to me. Otherwise, I don't know how I'd feel about that. But yeah, the flip flopping to me is a lot of people are doing that. It's like, oh well, she has a point, or he has a point. No, no. I'm just listening and making my own decision, and that is my opinion. I can go back and forth with Jack. I can go back and forth with anybody on the panel or whatever. I have my opinion, and it is what it is. All I know is he was 14, and that's that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have to
100%.
say.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Jill, for thank you, Jill,
I
for
agree,
coming up.
Jill.
And
Thank you, Jill. You
Thank you,
broke
see,
that
I
Jill.
did
down so
my
much
twin was
better
like,
than
thank
me.
you, Jill. Right.
Because
Thank
that's
you,
all I've
Jill.
been saying.
Thank you, Jill, for coming up, not as a viewer and also as a professional, in this field. And thank you for your work with children who have experienced trauma and everything. We need more people like you. Once again, this is just a debrief, guys, because I don't know about you guys, but I feel heavy as fuck today. I
Yeah,
feel
y'all
heavy
gave
as
me, I got
fuck.
a headache, okay? A whole
And it's not
migraine.
right. And it's not even my load to carry. But when a
Mm-mm.
children is harmed and not when a child is harmed, when children is harmed, it's all of our load to carry. You understand? It's all of our loads
Mm-hmm.
to carry. And I feel heavy as hell. And I want to know, as a teacher, as someone who works with youth, I want to know, as someone who would love to have foster care kids who I may come encounter with a child who has came from that kind of background. I want to know, just as a pillar in a community, how to stop these things from happening, how to be more aware and more mindful of the life and the reality of many different children. So this is more so, guys, this is not our typical live. We're not coming through giving you our opinions. We're not coming through making light of the situation. We're coming posing questions that we have seen in the comments from both sides, not just one side, from both sides. We're coming through debriefing and just giving you guys a safe space no matter what your opinion is. We just want to give you guys a safe space today to debrief and for us to have these conversations and for us to practice some kind of healing amongst each other who have went through these things. This is what the purpose of this live is today, guys. This is the sole purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Can I just say that
Go ahead, baby. You can say whatever you want up here. This your
uh
home.
Jill, I think that was her name, the therapist,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So I she said a lot of what she said, I said yesterday and earlier, when I've been live today. that I'm definitely grateful he's in therapy. I'm grateful for what he's doing. No one said he did anything, because don't nobody know anything. What was said is, that as an adult, and I get what she's saying. That's just what he was used to. So it's not that I disagree with her. I like
Mhm.
that all of us are able to talk and bring our experience, our understanding, our thoughts to, because like I said in the beginning, when we all talk about it, everyone gets to, you never know who needs what at what time. So when we all
Mhm.
talk about it and we all are open and we bring our understanding to the table, there's always going to be a benefit from that across the board. So I just want to just say, that I appreciate her coming up here and sharing what she shared with us. And I just want to, it has been this has been a heavy day, right? Like this type of information is always heavy.
Mhm.
But I really just want to just say how, amazing it has been just to be able to talk about it. And whether it's from a standpoint of saying sometimes people just need to know that somebody understands, somebody
Mhm.
really gets it. And sometimes certain things in life that happen, you don't really get it if you ain't lived it. You have
Mhm.
to and so there's certain things, certain
And sometimes
conversations.
people gotta hear you was wrong. Like he was wrong. On some levels, yes, it was wrong to continuously be around this individual, because once you stick beside somebody like her character, it's gonna come off that you're just like her, or you're doing exactly what she's doing behind closed doors. So
What's the
that's
old
the fact.
saying? You can't. What's the old saying? You if you sit in shit long enough, you're gonna
You're
come up
gonna
smelling
stink.
like it.
That's right.
You're gonna stink. That's just it. Plain and
Yeah,
simple.
but
I
that,
want to
but I
address
was.
court
Oh, go ahead.
before we. I'm sorry. Before we continue, I want to just give address court statement because she's a licensed therapist and she said that Stockholm syndrome doesn't only um doesn't only apply to people who were like hostages of a situation. She said she's a licensed therapist, and I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you, court. Go ahead,
Yeah,
guys.
I agree. So what I was thinking and saying though, he although he was taken advantage of, it wasn't a situation where somebody took his innocence and violated him. He was groomed into thinking that it was okay to be in this kind of way with this woman. She tricked him and made him believe that it was okay for him to do so. He was in a mindset of, I'm a big boy now. I pulling me a fast boy, like you said, Miss April. He was being fast. He was trying to be grown, and she took advantage of him being fast, basically, and groomed him into the man that he had grew to be. But that was his surroundings. Like that was his thing. That's what he knew as far as right and wrong. What he went through with May. That's what he knew. Again, until he stepped outside of that situation and got away from it. I'm not saying it didn't click in early on, but I feel like it just clicked in not too long ago, where it was like, okay, enough is enough overall.
But my thing is, he in the video he chose to continue to deal with her after knowing what he knew.
What she did right, and I understand what you're saying right there.
So
Some
that's
people
weird.
mentally can develop right. It is. It's weird, and some people can click into that fast and handle that and not be like that's weird. Like no, some people can't though. Some people, because he was. I'm just saying. This is my opinion. I'm not saying this is what happened. he could be looking at it like, I didn't do anything to her. I wasn't thinking of Tati in that way. That wasn't my thing. This is May and her weird shit that she does. On some little boy shit, just kind of like waving and like that's May shit. Like that ain't got nothing to do with me. And like y'all said, being bought is a motherfucker. He was comfortable. He had a place to stay. So I don't think he was mentally mature enough to decipher. And that's not an excuse. What I'm saying is some people don't fully develop their thought process until later in life. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying, when y'all think people supposed to do the grown shit they supposed to do, they not doing it. We got a lot of grown women and men out here not taking care of home responsibility. Just because somebody 40 years old don't mean they're gonna do the 40-year-old shit they supposed to do.
That's true. That's facts. Now that's real life.
That's
That's the
that's
truth.
all I'm that's all I'm saying. Like I totally get that it's not an excuse, but it is a thing. Like it's a shortage in mental developing in this world.
It
I
may
think that's clear and evident because if it wasn't, we wouldn't be here having these conversations
Thank
because
you.
everybody would have did the right thing and none of this would have existed at all.
Exactly.
So I want to
Right.
say before we continue, guys, because I have to mute to go tinkle. I want to say thank you to CP Entertainment for the $10 super sticker. And CP Entertainment said, "I love that we can have these conversations and embrace a difference in opinions." Okay, guys, take it away.
Thank you,
but
CP Entertainment.
but I mean the thing is I don't care. I just from experience because I lived it
Mm-hmm.
as a child of child.
Tremendous, and you was
Anyway,
tremendously violated, right? Like
I
you.
I I made I did not repeat that cycle at
Mm-hmm.
even at 18. So
Mm-hmm.
I stand by adult choices have adult consequences. I don't care if I can't just go out here and because of my trauma
Yeah,
start
do the things you
taking
do.
start
I
taking out other people because they've done the same thing. Like I can't become a vigilante because of what I've been through because that those adult choices have consequences. Even though I could justify why I made those choices because baby listen, I can make it make sense because of what I've survived. But I can't do that. So
That's
I
with
feel
Jill.
like
If Ivan was to be pulling young girls, and I'm even talking about like just a 19-year-old, and that's a grown person. But if he was dating, if that was his interest, and I was telling Twin this earlier, I haven't seen Ivan deal with younger women. I've always seen him dealing with an older woman if he had the choice to choose. Right? That's what I've seen him with. That shit with Shine was still a situation where it was still lingering around. The bitch was available when he became available, type shit. But even when he made a
Mhm.
choice, he chose the older woman. So to me, all of those younger women coming around and being presented to him, I feel like came from May. I'm not saying he didn't participate in sexual activity with none of these women that May brought around. What I'm saying is that was never his preference. He had a preference. Again, I don't know him
Right.
personally, so this is just my opinion from what I have been seeing that was
Right.
been displayed in front of me. I just feel like the mental part of it is gonna make him come off to look like a predator that he really wasn't participating in. He did have the freedom and the right to say no, I'm not doing this, but also what came with that, because again he wasn't violated in the sense the way you were violated and took advantage of. His situation came a little different. He was
Mhm.
manipulated and violated into thinking that he had a girlfriend that turned
Right.
into his wife. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a situation where yeah, when I turn 18, I ain't fucking with this 14-year-old or some shit like that, which he probably had that in him because he always had a thing for older women. But what I'm saying is, I just feel like a lot of that shit was presented to him because it was something that May had going on with herself. And again, it's not an excuse. I'm not making an excuse, but it
Right.
is part of the problem and part of the reason why he was there. He was involved. He was in. He had been fucking with this lady since he was 14.
But how
14.
old is Ivan? Anybody know?
33. He's 33. And I don't see that person. I don't see him doing the things that May is still currently doing, manipulating, playing with people,
Facts.
using them for sex. I don't see him doing that. Again, I don't know what he do on his personal time. He ain't presenting that shit to the internet. But from what I see is him trying to heal. He might still do his flirting because motherfuckers say his dick's still out there. But I see a man trying to do better and has grown from what he come from. What he come from.
Uh,
I see that. I don't see Chanel upset coming on here, or I don't see him by himself posting little, subs and shit. They seem pretty happy. He seemed like he fucking on the
he
ups and
does.
up.
I agree.
So if I see that type of behavior now, then yes, we have a problem. Yes, we have another predator on our hands. But him breaking away from that has opened his eyes to a lot of shit on another level as well. He now see a little bit clearer from what he was, because when you're in something, I'm telling y'all, sometimes may have me questioning myself, and I know the fuck right from wrong. But the way she try to like manipulate a motherfucker, she will throw you off. And if you're living under that environment, this is my example of life. Imagine that. May was everybody fucking example and role model that she had under her in her house. Chanel, Ivan, Tati, her son, Kat, everybody she brought along, she set an example for them. And that's what they ran with. And most of them people that came along came with broken parts of them to cling on to her bullshit.
Mm.
And that's just real. Like, that's just real. We have to be ready to grow up. We as individuals have to be ready for the real reality of what we thought was something and find out that it really wasn't that.
Mm.
Ivan, this wasn't love. This was a fucking a sexual deviant person after you. That wasn't love. She never loved you. She lusted over you. She wanted what you can give her sexually.
Mm. Right. I mean, it's crazy, right? Like we said earlier, there are so many layers to this that is,
Mm-hmm.
and the truth is, the more we talk about it, and it give you an idea of what to look for too.
100%. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Like, like, okay, maybe, you don't know, or maybe you're in a place where you've been like, it just helps you as someone be able to recognize certain behaviors
Mm-hmm.
in the people you got around you. But it's this is just, it's so much,
It's a
and
seven.
like I
It's a
said,
lot. It's layers to it. That's why I say everybody trauma, even though we share trauma, all our trauma don't look the same. You know what I'm saying? How we respond to it, how we dealt with it afterwards. Nobody goes through it the same way. Some people is healing and still have that hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter how much healing they do, they still feel that anger towards that person. So everybody healing journey comes different. And like I was explaining to Twin, we don't start really waking up to our bullshit in life until after 30. We don't really start recognizing that,
Bitch, you grown now. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, make better choices. Again, this is some sex A stuff. So I'm not talking about just regular life, but overall. You know what I'm saying? And then coming out of such a toxic environment, I can only fucking imagine what their day to day life was like.
Mhm.
I can
Hey,
Mm,
only
Connie,
fucking
baby.
imagine.
Hey, Connie, beautiful. Thank you
mm.
for coming. Oh, guys, I think that I want everybody to take a minute. Court, if you're in the comments, do you mind coming up for a minute just to give your professional opinion, or just a viewer opinion as a therapist, because I know you get paid for your services, so we don't send us no invoice, okay? Don't send us no goddamn invoice because we can't pay it. I want but Court, if you're in the comments, would you mind coming up for a brief minute just to give your opinion or non-professional opinion? We would just love to hear it. I just want everybody to take a minute and debrief. I want people um to debrief because once again, this is heavy. It's really heavy. And it's heavy for those who have what is that? Oh, it's heavy for people who have been in a situation, and it's heavy just listening, even if you have never been in a situation, because people have empathy, they have um they have feelings, they're passionate about it. And I just want everybody to take a minute and debrief and remember that everybody can get their opinions through respectfully, and we don't have to hate no one for their opinions. We don't have to fight about our opinions, but please debrief. Take some time to love on your families. Take some time to love on your kids. Take some time to have some serious conversations with your children. Maybe this situation. I have people who are afraid to ask certain conversations, or who don't know how to start certain conversations. Maybe this will have you just do it. Just do it, because there's no proper way to have these conversations. There's no way that's not going to make you feel uncomfortable, comfortable, because it's not a good situation. But if you're not asking these questions need to be posed immediately to your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews. Not only girls, guys, because boys are SA'd all of the time also, okay? And so we need to be more open about having these conversations and be more vigilant when it comes to it. Once again, I don't care if it's the coach of these football teams, these basketball teams, if it's the pastor, I don't care who the hell it is. Have these conversations with your minor family members, guys, and debrief. Take some time to debrief because these lives are very heavy.
Hmm.
So, guys, if you guys are ready to wrap it up, if Court doesn't want to come up, if you guys are ready to wrap it up, I think that we should do that because I know that it's going to be a long day of lives, and people are going to want to, people are going to be giving their opinions. So, I want everybody to give their closing statements if it's okay. And then we can debrief, and I'm gonna go love on my family and make them some food, guys, because I know I'm feeling heavy and I need some love right now. I don't know about you guys.
Amen. Well said,
For
ladies.
sure.
So, Mel, we'll start with you. You want to give your closing opinion, Mama?
I'm just at basically a loss for words for just taking on all of this. But everybody have a blessed day. Remember, what's in your past is in your past. You can only make today a better day and the future. And stay safe to everybody. And never be a follower. Be a leader and stand up for what you believe in.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mel, for standing 10 toes down, and we appreciate you, Mel. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. Appreciate you
Now,
girls too. Much love.
th- you
Thank you,
too, baby
Mel.
girl. Now we're gonna give the floor to our wise OG. OG Mel, I'm gonna drop you down, okay? All right. Let me see. OG, take it away.
Oh, baby, I just listen. I don't care where you're at or what you're going through, you are able to make anything whatever you would like it to be. So I encourage you to love yourself, be real with yourself, and don't allow bullshit around you that you ain't okay with. I don't give a damn where it's coming from or who it's coming from.
Right.
And just remember that you ain't got.
We can't hear you, OG. Twin, mute.
Oh, it's it's okay to work through it. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to be real with yourself, and it's okay to
OG.
I'm sorry. It's okay for you to work through your stuff in silence if that's what you need to do too. Because you have to remember that you got a family. This social media shit, don't nobody owe nobody shit on here. And that's the one thing we got to remember.
Right.
So,
Guys.
I feel
Mhm. Go ahead, OG. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
that's okay. Just you have to do what is best for you in this where you're at. I don't have an expectation for someone to make the choices I would make in certain situations now, just because of my age, what I've been through, those types of things. I don't have that expectation, right? So it's okay to just meet yourself where you are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
want anyone to feel like that they got to meet someone else's standard or someone else expectation in their healing journey,
Right.
because that you don't have your story don't have to be my story for you to have been a victim as
Mm-hmm.
a child, and that's real. So
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. Just make sure
Right.
you're doing what's best for you and best for those that you love.
Right.
That's all.
Twin. But thank you so much, OG. Twin, what's your closing statement?
Pretty much just, no matter what, fight for healing, fight to get better, fight to be a better individual. Don't carry that hurt around because hurt people hurt people. So as long as you on the journey of healing, I don't care what it may sound like to other people. Step into your life, step into your truth, step into your purpose. And sometimes we got to go through a dark path to get to the lighter path. So I just pray everybody heal and come out on top overall, because this can leave people in a very, very dark space. And that's something I don't want, not even for Tati, not even for May. And I feel like it's too late for her, but even for her, like, release this shit, and so that you can move on, so that you can be the woman that you're trying to be today and that you wasn't back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just pray everybody heal genuinely and truthfully, and I don't care what that might look like, just do it. And be proud of yourself. Everybody not gonna cheer you on, because we all make mistakes, we all fuck up. But if you want better, you can get there. I love you too. Have a good day. So yeah, that's really that's my closing statement. Heal, goddamn it.
Right. My closing. I think I already said my closing statements, guys. But once again, it's just to be vigilant with your kids, to check, double check, triple check, quadruple check. Um, keep checking, keep asking these questions. Make it a make it, and not only your children, once again, it may be a child in your community that feels safe talking to you. It may be a child that you
Mhm.
work around that feels safe coming to you. It may be a niece, a nephew, whoever, guys, a friend's child, that someone who doesn't have any relationship to you at all. Pay attention to the kids who are walking around, pay attention, because once again, if it happens in our community, it affects all of us, because once again, hurt people can hurt people. Not saying that this is always the case, but hurt people can hurt people.
Hmm.
So just be aware, pay attention, ask these questions. um
And
if you
oh,
even having a doubt, if you even have a doubt that someone is an abuser, um I think you go with your first mind. You don't wait
mm,
to see if that person actually commits the act of abusing. I think you go
right.
with your first mind, because it's better always to be safe than sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry once again to anybody who this live was a trigger to, because that was not the objective, but we do understand that when talking about these situations, that it hits someplace deep in people, whether you've been through it or whether you're just viewing it as a viewer. So this was just a debriefing of all the heaviness. If this is not entertainment, this was not a live done for entertainment, likes and fucking views, okay? This wasn't that. This live was done to check in with our viewers, our supporters, and even people who weren't our supporters who had questions. These are just This was the sole purpose of this live. Thank you so much, Court. Court is at work. She said, I would love to come up, but I'm working until 5. Stay on for 24 minutes, 20 more minutes, laugh out loud, or I can join next time. Court, thank you for the super chat, and you are more than welcome to join next time, because we would love to hear your opinion. Thank you, Jill, for coming up and giving your professional opinion and your opinion as a supporter. Thank you, OG, for always taking the time out to come into you put your feelings on the back end, and you come up and you give us your raw, you know your raw life. You give us you 100%. Once again, guys, her name is Real Life with April, so you're never gonna get nothing but the realest with her. The April that you guys are experiencing, we experience every day, and this is why we say it's a fucking honor to sit with her. Sit me with women who know more than me. Sit me with women who are gonna educate me. Sit me with women who I can learn from. And this is exactly who the fuck Real Life with April is. Follow her on all platforms if you want more of her. Okay, guys? And remember, when you step in, she's not kid gloving you. She's always gonna give you the real and fucking ungloved opinions. And this is just what it is. We love you guys. Take some time to debrief, guys, today. Love on your family, love on your kids. And if this is not your reality, thank God. Take a minute to give God the praise, or whoever your God is. Take the time to
Yeah.
give him your praise that this is not your reality or your children's reality, because unfortunately this is so many fucking people's reality, guys.
Mhm.
Very
Amen.
much so. And can
Amen.
I just, I'm sorry, I just want to tell everybody, listen, there is foster care all across the United States of America. So it doesn't matter where you're at, there is an opportunity. It doesn't mean you have to be a foster parent, but you could go and you could ask if there are any kids that maybe you can meet at the school, or maybe you can tutor them. Maybe you can just pour into them in some type of way. You can meet at your local library, right? Like it doesn't have to be private. It can be an open meeting. But listen, there are always children in your community that you can sow into. Always remember that. There are children in all of our communities that we can sow into. I just mentioned foster care children because there that's easy access to Google and look up and find somewhere to look at. The Guardian Ad Litem program is another program. They are the people who represent children through court cases and things. I still have a relationship with the lady that was my guardian ad litem when I was 15 years old. So, listen, these relationships are important, these programs are important. So, just know that you can do things and it doesn't require money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
be part of the problem, part of the solution. Be part of
Mm-hmm.
the positive things. That is the best way to overcome negativity is to put positive shit on top of it.
Right.
So, just if you're interested, I just want to plug that. Sorry.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Miss
No,
April.
that's fine. Thank you so much for that. Once again, guys, this is just the reality of things, guys. And we thank everybody for being respectful to one another in the comments and not pulling out y'all hammers and y'all blickies and everything else and letting loose. We thank you women for coming and having a like-minded conversation with people who you may not like, who you don't agree with, and everything else. We thank you guys for respecting our space. This is a safe space and it will continue to be a safe space. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We love you all. Continue to heal, guys, if you need to heal. And once again, my heart goes out to Tati, and I pray that she's okay, and I pray that she continues on and she finds some kind of healing and the strength to get away from all of this dysfunctional shit. Love you guys. This is Two Girls, One Mic. It's been real. Look up, twin. Say cheese.
Cheese.